Hello beautiful people, welcome to the channel. My name's Arena. Today's reading is our love and soul reading. So we're going to get our overall emotions, what's going on for you, what's getting in the way of things, what's your energy, what's their energy, what are they thinking, and we're going to also get some guidance and an outcome. So I'm going to get some overall energy first. Now, I'm still trying to decide what deck, but I think I'm going to go with the Morgan Greer Tarot deck. I really like this one. I love the ones in a deck. It's the simple things. Okay, so Spirit Guides, I call upon my highest self, my loving guides, and all divine beings of light who walk with me. I invite only those who are here in truth, wisdom, and unconditional love. Surround this space with protection, peace, and clarity, and please deliver the much needed messages for the collective right now. So this is your overall energy here. Nice. Two of Cups. That's always beautiful energy to start with. This is your situation at the moment. I like it. Now, what's getting in the way of this? Is there any obstacle? Is there anything that's getting in the way? Okay, we've got a Queen of Pentacles here. And let's get a little bit about your energy. What's your energy? I'm going to do it like this. Tell us about the collective's energy. Okay, I've got the Ace of Swords. And tell us a little bit about your person's energy. What's the energy of the collective's person? Got the Magician. Okay, lovely. Okay, I like it. It's a nice strong start, nice positive start for you as well. Let's get a little deeper. I'm going to go with this deck. Let's go for the Light Seers. Okay, tell us a little bit more about this overall energy. Two cards about this overall energy. Oh, I've got the Three of Swords and one more card. And we've got the Temperance. Okay. Now let's get a little bit more clarification. Okay, for the Ace of Swords here. What's this energy? Just another card for the Ace of Swords, please. One more for the Ace of Swords. The Queen of Wands there as well. I love it. Okay, whoa. So, the Strength card to clarify the Queen of Pentacles. And one more to clarify the Queen of Pentacles. Too many, Spirit. One more. Too many. One more to clarify the Queen of Pentacles, please. Just one more card. What's the Queen of Pentacles telling us? One more to clarify. Too many. All right, one more go now. If not, I'm going to pull the card for you guys sometimes. Just takes a minute. Just one more card to clarify the Queen of Pentacles, please. Queen of Pentacles. We have the Nine of Wands for that one. Okay, can we also get a little bit more detail on the Magician? The Magician, you've got the World here. I love it. And one more card. One more card to clarify the Magician. One more card for you. What is going on here? What do we need to know? One more card. It's giving me two cards. I'm gonna have to send that back because we only want one. Okay, give me one card to clarify the Magician. Here we go. Okay. Oh, this is exciting. I like it. I like it. I like it. I like it a lot. Okay, so let's see what we've got. Okay, so the overall energy that came out, I'm going to move this because it's going to fall and I just know it. The overall energy is the... What is happening? Why is everything not working? Okay, we've got the Two of Cups, okay? Two of Cups energy, we like it. We really like this. Two of Cups is the potential here for something beautiful, for a union, for a partnership, for a equal give and take. Masculine, feminine, everything's in balance. This is an exchange of cups. Now, obviously the cups are your water energy. They're your feelings. They're your emotions. There's that partnership. So I feel like there was a potential, there was the energy here of something really, really beautiful between you and your person. So it's all looking really good. But we did ask for a couple of cards to clarify this energy. And then the next cards that came out were the Three of Swords, the first one. So the Three of Swords, in a lot of cards, and funnily enough, this doesn't actually have swords on it, but in a lot of cards, this signifies heartbreak, some sort of loss, some sort of like overcoming a heartbreak, overcoming disappointment, something like that. And usually it's got the three swords kind of stabbing this heart, which usually for me is also like logic and clarity and smart thinking over your emotions. So it may be that this situation was, for whatever reason, you know, there was some sort of disappointment, there was some sort of possibly deceit, possibly something, but you had to get smart to figure it out and to make a different decision here. So it feels like this beautiful Two Cups energy potentially didn't go quite to plan. And then the second card we got to clarify is the Temperance. The Temperance is what it is patience, is wisdom. It's like calmness. It's basically being the bigger person, essentially, and having that patience and that like class and grace about things, and also being able to think logically, think calmly, think clearly, and hold to some standards here. And I think if we look at previous readings as well, there's obviously been an energy of you having to stand your ground on something. Perhaps someone didn't show up the way you wanted them to. But basically the overall energy here is there was something beautiful starting. It was kind of heading in the right direction, but something got in the way of this. You found something out. You decided to, draw some boundaries, perhaps, potentially. And then now you're in the energy of like, you know what? I know I've done the right thing. I know that this is for the greater good, and I know I need patience and I need discernment, and I'm okay with that. I'm in my power, in my higher power in this. Great. So then the next thing we asked is, what was the obstacle? What got in the way? So we're just getting a little bit clearer on this situation up here. So the first card that came through for this is the Ace of Swords. So the Ace of Swords it's like the beginning of communication, but I feel because the Ace of Swords is often like the card of creating something, the beginning of something. I feel like as things progressed between you, there was slow communication. There was like an air of a lack of clarity as well. Even though the swords are clarity, for me the aces are like the potential of something. Maybe there was like a little bit of good communication, but then it didn't really get much further because it's still beginning stages. So to me it just feels like things went unsaid quite a lot, even though ideally you want this ace to progress to the twos and the threes and kind of move on a little bit. This Ace of Swords for me is there was a lack of communication and somebody not saying what they needed to say, perhaps misunderstanding, perhaps even like a sense of harsh words. But I feel like that's potentially just something to do with communication, really. And again, the ace is the very, very idea of something, but it's not quite manifested yet. And then we wanted to know your energy. And your energy that came through was the Queen of Pentacles. So your energy at the moment is, I'm going to, again, focus on what is in my control. I'm getting my... So with the Queen of Pentacles is like, I'm focusing on my glow up. I'm focusing on my business, on my abundance. The Queen has got this serious energy to her, but also a queen is, you know, soft and feminine, and she has good intuition. A queen's a queen. So you're back in your queen energy right now, and you're focusing on the things that, you know, keep you good, which is your pentacles are always like the earthly things that we can control. The pentacles are also like the earth sign. So it's something that you're grounded in. And it's usually stuff like, I don't know, the way you feel in your body. So perhaps you're getting on a bit of a health kick. Perhaps you're working on your business. Perhaps you're working on your fitness, whatever it is. You're in the energy of that queen that's putting in the work, really. And then I asked about their energy. So their energy is this Magician. Now, the Magician, there's this consciousness of self with the Magician. And in the image, you've got all your elements. We've got earth, air, wind, fire. You've got everything kind of at your disposal. And it's what you do with this. It's manifesting something. It's also, you can use this for good. You can use it for bad. You can try and be a little bit deceptive with this. It's also the card of self-mastery. So I wonder if this person, their energy was very much focused on their self. And I say this because it feels like maybe there wasn't very much effort in communication here. So I feel like sometimes, you know, when someone's not putting in that effort, it can be like the selfish energy of like, right now I'm in my era of like getting me right. And it's kind of like the Magician points to the sky and points to the ground. So it's like trying to like get that grounding and that middle ground. And I feel like your person perhaps was trying to get their balance in their own life and the like self-mastery of themselves. Because I feel like potentially that was just the journey they were on. And obviously a relationship and a partnership is something you have to turn up to with that already in place. So I feel like this is kind of their energy. They're currently like in their self-discovery. It's kind of like they're getting their stuff together. And I feel like you're in the same energy, to be honest, right now. Yeah, it feels like bad timing, to be fair. Now, we got a little bit deeper. So we wanted to know more. So wait, let me clarify these a little bit further. So the Ace of Swords, let's get a bit more detail. So the Ace of Swords is, what was this obstacle? And here we've got the Queen of Wands. So we've got passionate energy. Again, you were always in your power. You were passionate. You were exciting. There was attraction there. There's someone that's like very attractive. They've got incredible energy. They've got, you know, je ne sais quoi. You were in this energy. And then the second card we've got is this High Priestess. But I feel like you were also very self-intuitive. You were also very good at, you've done that inner work for yourself. So you showed up to this relationship with really good insight. And, you know, you were someone, so your High Empress and even your Queen of Wands, they've got this feminine energy to them. They've got this nurturing energy, but also very rooted in themselves. They've got the Empress, the High Priestess, sorry. she's got great intuition. Okay, you can't BS a high priestess, and I think this is what possibly happened here. You were perhaps like the mature one in the relationship, and you were like, look, I appreciate honesty, I appreciate being upfront about things, I appreciate healthy communication, I don't do toxic over here, we don't do like, you know, unhealthy things. And I feel like that's maybe the energy you brought to the thing, and then this lack of communication or like slow movement on their part. Or maybe you tried to like communicate with this person, but it was like literally trying to draw blood from a stone, and maybe just felt like, no, it wasn't the energy that you wanted, and you were already in the zone of this. So you're like, no, this is not going to work. And I think you followed your intuition in like basically separating, which is what we're kind of being shown in that very overall energy. Okay, so what is their energy? So I've got this Queen of Pentacles that came up first for us, which was the overall of their energy. Now, as I'm tying this, no, I'm lying. This was the card that I pulled for your energy, okay? So this is the Queen of Pentacles. So you're in your Queen of Pentacles. And then to clarify, we got, sorry guys, to clarify, we got the Strength card and the Nine of Wands. Forgive me, I thought my phone was about to die, so I was having a minute freak out, but we're all good, we're all good. Okay, so, right, we've got the Strength card, but it is in reverse. And I feel like this card is telling me now, you really tried, okay? You tried to persevere, you tried to communicate, but you reached your limit, and you just got to a point where you were like, I can't carry this entire thing. Like, it's a two-way street. I want someone who's also like able to bring some sort of like also maturity, also contribute, also make your life better, and your, you know, to make you happy just as well. And I feel like you tried to do all of that. You tried to be the bigger person, you tried to better yourself, you tried to do whatever it was you could, but in the end you just kind of reached this, I can't do this anymore. You put the burdens down that were not yours to carry. And I think you just accepted that, you know, as strong as you are, as like capable as you are, as incredible as you are, you cannot do the work for two. And I feel like this is what this Strength card is saying to me. And you're back into your Queen of Pentacles, which is focusing on the things that you can control. Because you realize, look, I can't control what another person does or how they behave or what they're ready or not ready for. And we've also got the Nine of Wands. The Nine of Wands is the card of someone persevering. But again, I feel like with the Strength here, the wands are like passion, and the more wands we've got, the heavier that burden gets. And I feel like you tried to carry and to drag along all these wands, but you just got to a point where you're like, I actually can't persevere anymore. I can't carry all of these anymore. So normally this is the card of perseverance. So you're trying to push on, and you're making it through. But I feel like with this, you just thought, no, I'm going to release all of it, because I just can't carry this entire load. And this is a really good idea, because actually the Ten of Wands is someone that's completely overwhelmed by the amount of wands that they're carrying on their back. So I think you got to the point where it's really, really wise to put the wands down. So, and you did just that. So this is really good. And now you're back to your own self, Queen energy. So what is their energy now? We've got that Magician that we were talking about. What is going on with them? Now, I don't even know if you care at this point, because you're in your Queen of Pentacles. But for those of you that do care, we've got the King of Wands here. And we've got the World. So I think perhaps this is someone that was maybe thinking the grass is greener somewhere else. I'm going to be really real with you with what this gives me. Now this Wands, this fire, this passionate energy is someone that's like a bit of I mean, kings are always good. So being a king is good. But your king was a little bit kind of pulled in one too many directions. And also potentially because of this Wands energy, I feel like, and this immature, you know, Ace of Swords, you know, not really being able to communicate to start with, I feel like this Wands energy is giving me more of like someone that's seeking for the good stuff elsewhere. So I've got the World card, which is just kind of wanting adventures, wanting to move on to the next thing. But I actually think they missed, you know, something that was in front of them at that point. Because when someone's chasing for the next big hit and the next big thing, and again, because we've got this Magician, this ties in perfectly. It's someone like wanting to manifest more, wanting to create more, wanting to bring in more, wanting to like work on themselves. So I get exactly that with this King of Wands. Is like this passion and this like forward movement. There's this sense of no stillness, like moving on, like doing the next thing, and an inability to sit with the moment and with the things that we've got in our lives already and appreciate them and cherish them and enjoy them. This definitely feels to me the energy of someone that's in this race for the next thing, hasn't learned to really appreciate the things that already exist. None of these cards are bad, as in like on their own, but I feel like when they kind of pair up in that sense, this is definitely giving me like almost like runner energy. Even though we've got this king, this is you know, a very masculine, I feel like this is masculine energy. And there is a lot of passion, but I think if not harnessed and if not, you know, handled the right way, this can be like a little bit of a dangerous combination. Now, let's get a little more nosy with everything now. And we're gonna get some, let's see. Let's get some cards on what are they thinking. I'm gonna use, let's get some actual emotions here. So I'm going to use the Roses in Love Oracle deck, and I'm going to get their energy. Let's see what they're thinking. Let's see what your person is thinking right now. Okay. So I have, you're the first thing I think about when I open my eyes, and don't wait around for me. Interesting. I definitely feel like this person was not in a place in their lives when they were ready or open to receiving a real partnership. And I think, you know, in a sense, I'm kind of like grateful for the honesty of this card, because I don't know if you've experienced this, but I feel like sometimes people can't even see themselves for that, and they kind of drag things on, and they do this hot and cold, like they'll keep coming back and they'll keep pulling you in. And I feel like the energy of this person was quite rightly so. They were too focused on their own sort of journey, and they were in their self-mastery era. And I think we've all been there, you know, when you're too busy or you're like, you've got something else on your mind. I feel this person's got a journey ahead of them, and I feel like the worst thing you can do in anything is wait around for something that's you cannot, first of all, you cannot control, and you cannot control other people and their journey and their, you know, what they need to do for themselves. But number two is just to put yourself on hold for anything. I think your life should always continue. You should always be focusing on yourself. And I'm really, really glad that you're already in that Queen of Pentacles energy, because I think you truly know this. You're in your Empress. You know you've got good self-worth. You've got good energy behind you. And I think, you know, you've recovered quite well, and you've got yourself back to what you've always done. But this energy for this person, I feel like there was a lot of attraction, and I think that's the thing that they probably do think about. You've obviously built memories together. You would have had experiences where you really got each other. You would have had some beautiful moments together, and it looks to me like you became like a pretty considerate part of each other's lives. But you know, for whatever reason, sometimes we can't see the good thing when it's in front of us because our mind is on something else entirely. Let's get, oh, that is 2 more cards. I'm going to get 2 more cards on your person to see what they're thinking, I'm afraid you will forget about me, but I wouldn't blame you. Oh, this is still energy. No one understands me like you do. Is someone that really felt the power of having you in their life. Someone who really appreciated, I'm not going to say, okay, I'm saying appreciated, but someone that really enjoyed being, having you in their world. It obviously impacted them. But also the second time around, I'm getting it again. I wouldn't blame you. It's the energy of someone that doesn't quite feel like their journey's completed, like they haven't really got themselves together. There's an undercurrent here of like they're not feeling that confident in themselves. They don't feel like they've got what it takes to make a partnership kind of work out, and someone who knows that they've got a little bit more inner work, a little bit more self work to do here. So you know what, the nice thing is, at least this person is aware of the fact that the energy I'm getting through is not someone that was trying to like hurt anybody. I just feel they basically weren't all in, and I think what you don't want is to spend your time or to invest yourself into someone who isn't all in on you. And this energy that's coming through is this person that kind of recognizes off the back of, you know, whatever went on. And obviously, I feel like you guys walked away from each other, but I think that they know that they probably weren't ready for this thing when it came in. These cards are so annoying. They just won't stay straight. Yeah, so I'm getting someone that kind of feels, they do feel sad. They do feel like they lost something precious, but also I think they also know they weren't ready, and they know their life's not ready for what this was bringing in. And sometimes this can happen. Like if it's, you know, if our life's not quite together, we don't feel like we can offer what the other person deserves, even if we think they're wonderful. Like if we feel lost in ourselves and we don't have our ish together, it's really hard to make a relationship work. It's really hard to like give the other person what they do deserve. So I don't feel like anything bad from this person. Now I'm going to do just a few more cards again on their thoughts. Let's get just a few more cards from a different deck. I'm using the Burning Heart Love Oracle. Let's just see what else. I want to apologize. I need your forgiveness. So again, I'm still getting that this person is sorry for, like, you know, their immaturity, or their, you know, maybe there was you know, a lack on their part in trying to work through. I think they probably do recognize that they weren't the best version of themselves for you because of these things. You tame my demons. This is actually, why does that sound really lovely? But I just feel like you definitely made an impact in this person's life. Like you calmed them. You know how we're saying here that someone that's in this runner energy and always like thinking what's next, what's next. I feel like you brought this level of stillness in this person's life. Like you pulled them back a little bit, slowed them down a little bit, and helped them appreciate like the small things in life and the blessings that they probably never really noticed before because they were like in this like runner energy. And I really feel like you had such a positive impact on their life that they're actually struggling. They really feel like they let you down in a lot of ways, and they didn't really bring the same to you. And even though they're not ready, they, you know, I don't feel they're ready still. The energy I'm getting here is still someone that's not ready, but I think they do recognize that they really failed you in a sense. And I know that we have a soul connection. So this person has a lot of affection for you. I think there was definitely something there, and it meant something to them as well as obviously you. But I also think you did the right thing to not stay somewhere where there wasn't a real commitment, you know, real forward movement. You can be sorry, you know, like you can accept someone's apology, but it doesn't mean you have to continue to stay in a place that's obviously not going anywhere. So just one more card about you. Oh, ow. I don't know how, but those cards fell on my toe, and Ow. Okay, one more card from your person. Just one more card about their thoughts, their feelings at the moment. What else can you tell us? Just one more card on the collective's person's thoughts and feelings. I don't know how to handle my emotions right now. This is a lot for this person, especially with, I feel like this person just got overwhelmed. I think they were struggling in their own life, is what I'm sensing here. They were going through a lot of things that were on their mind that they didn't feel they had together. And I think it felt like quite a lot trying to, you know, I felt like they couldn't cope with also making you a priority, treating you how you needed, giving you the things that you deserve. And I do believe, I really get a sense that your person knew that you deserved a lot, you deserved the world, and they felt like they couldn't really give you that. They just felt like they hadn't built themselves enough. They hadn't built the foundations to be able to invite you into their world that they were happy with. And I feel like there's a sense of like just not feeling good enough in themselves for you. And I think this person held back. I think they struggled to express that to you, which is why we've got this Ace of Swords up here. They really struggled to open up because I think their own inadequacy, the way they felt within themselves made it really difficult. And it's a shame because, you know, people do that. I've just gotten the bottom of this and I'm going to have to show you because I just feel like I was meant to show you this. I should have fought for you. There's even a sense of regret that's starting up in this person. And maybe they're starting to realize that they perhaps made a mistake. They made a bit of an error in the way they handled this situation. Again, I'm going to go back to the thing that you don't sit around waiting for this. You don't want to go and find yourself in waiting around energy. I think if someone's meant for us, they will find their way. They will figure their stuff out. And if the timing was wrong, you know, the universe has a way of sorting things out. But, you know, sometimes it's just not our person. But I do feel like it's making me kind of sad because I do feel this person is kind of regretting it. They do recognize they probably weren't the best person for you. And they might even be thinking to themselves, shoot, did I make a mistake here? But that is theirs to figure out. Okay, so let's get a little bit of guidance for you now. What do you need to do moving forward? I'm just going to move some of these out of the way. I want to shift their energy and I want to focus on you a little bit now. So let's get rid of these. I just want some guidance for you moving forward. What guidance should we get for you? I'm just going to do... What should I do? What should I do? What should I do? I really should make this decision before we do this because otherwise, this is what I do. I like freeze up. Okay. I'm going to do this teeny tiny, look at the size of this deck. It is like the cutest, most adorable old deck ever. Right, we're going to get some guidance for you from this deck. What do we have? What guidance do you have for our collective spirit guides? Let's give them a moment of your attention solely. What is your guidance for them? What do they need to be aware of? What is their focus now going away from this reading? What do you want to tell the collective? Ooh, what is your guidance for the collective? Please, spirit guides. Okay, so we've got the King of Cups here. The King of Cups is really interesting because for me, it's like this masculine energy. You're embracing your masculine. You're embracing, you know, that do it like go-getter energy. And also you're keeping your heart open. And I feel like this could be you or it could be what you're bringing in. It could also be like, trust that your King of Cups is coming in, you know, have faith. But also you've got this inner King of Cups in you. So stay in your kind of discerning energy. Don't be too quick. I think what I really like about this actually is the King. the king is masculine, strong, knows their mind, they're very logical, all of those king qualities. And also you've got the cup, so this is the king of cups, so you've got this, like, still got the open heart and love at the core of everything that you're doing, so you're not giving that up. And then the second card is the Two of Pentacles. So the Two of Pentacles is that the card of someone balancing things even when things are like difficult. So you can see here there's like this storm, there's like this ship in the wind, there's all these clouds and the storm behind this guy, and he's still like keeping these in balance, and he's still focusing on that rainbow, and he's keeping himself calm through the storm, quite literally. This is your energy of just like, you know, keep your faith, stay strong, you made the right decision, you know, keep into this, keep focusing on your grind, keep focusing on exactly what you're doing right now, which is your Queen of Pentacles. This is you continuing to keep yourself going no matter how difficult things got. And we've also got the Nine of Wands. Again, this is, we already had the Nine of Wands, which is you not carrying. So this is a bit of a warning here. It did come up in reverse. So this is the Nine of Wands, as you can see, is someone that's like crippled by all these wands. They just can't continue any further. They're like struggling. And this came out in reverse for you. So I think this is a little note to self, like, make sure you don't carry other people's burdens on your own back, because their burdens are theirs to carry. You know, this person's issues and whatever was happening for them, that's theirs to sort out. What you need to do is stay in your, you know, in your powerful energy as you were. Just one more card for the guidance for the collective. Just one more card to sum up the guidance for now. One more card, please. And we've got the Four of Swords. The Four of Swords is the card of rest and recovery. So, oh, this really, really ties in nice. Again, drop these wands. They're not yours to carry. Take care of yourself. Stay in your power and keep doing what you're doing. And this is what it's trying to tell you. There's nothing, you gave it your all. You reached your limit. I feel like, you know, you tried, you know, you were patient, you know, you were understanding, you know, you really wanted to work with this person, but they weren't ready to work with you. Okay, so drop those wands, have a little like pamper session, take care of yourself, and let the universe work its magic. The best thing we can do is also release, and I feel like this Four of Swords is also like the energy of like, let go and let God. So yeah, I think this is what it's telling me. I'm going to do one more card for you, and I'm just going to leave you with a, I'm going to do a, what am I going to do? I'm going to do a Starseed card. Or do I have like a love card that I can do for you? Work Your Light. I'm going to do your Work Your Light. I love these cards. They're so beautiful. This is one of the first decks that I got. I'm just going to get one last card for guidance for you from this deck. It's such a beautiful deck. I'm going to show you. Look at the back of these cards. Oh, the simple things, these pastels. Okay, just one more card for guidance, spirit guides. One more card for the collective. What one more thing can we leave them with today? Tonight? One more card for guidance for the collective. Too many. Just one card, please. One card for guidance for the collective. Trust your path. If you knew you would be supported, what would you do? Now, that is pretty self-explanatory, but I'm just going to have... Oh my, this is so weird. It literally opened on this page. How crazy is that? Okay. Trust your path. If you knew you would be supported, what would you do? The universe is conspiring. Keep facing your true north. Your job is not to pave the path, but to simply keep facing your true north and take one step after another. If you do this, you can't go wrong. The universe is conspiring. Don't waver or doubt. Use your heart as a compass and put one foot in front of the other. If you follow the invisible trail of what lights you up, you will light up the world without even trying. Most people don't follow the highest call of their soul because they are waiting to see the end destination before they take the first step. If you take one baby step each day, within a year you will have taken 365 steps in your dedicated direction. If you want to write a book, write a page every day. If you want to change careers, do one thing every day in dedication to that. Before you know it, in just a year from now, you will turn back and look in awe at how far you've come on your journey, at how far you've journeyed. Keep moving and open yourself up to a whole new level of support and receiving. Things are not going to work out the way you are planning, but if you have a little faith and keep showing up, they will work out even better than you could possibly imagine. Don't micromanage the universe. Trust your path and let your soul lead the way. Work your light. If you knew you would be supported no matter what would you do? This is literally incredible because that is exactly what we just said with the Four of Swords. We said release, let God, drop the wands, trust the universe, let it deliver, let it give you things, open yourself up to receiving. The universe is bringing all of the most wonderful things into your life as we speak. Thank you so much for watching. I hope this resonated with you. I loved this reading for you. If it did resonate with you, don't forget to like and subscribe, and I can't wait to see you all in the next reading on Sunday. Bye everybody.